some of those old songs are the best, right? Hey, thanks so much for joining us, everyone, here on this Monday. Brand new start to the week. Glad you're here. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Eddie Rampor. Yeah, it's a Monday, but it doesn't feel as Monday-y, I don't think. So hopefully you're off to a good start here.
We're creating that word as we speak, Monday-y.
Yes.
Throw it into the dictionary. Glad you're up with us. A little chilly start, though, here this morning. Let's check in with Evan Ronnie and see how the week is shaping up here. A little cooler out there right now?
It is. A cooler start to the morning, mainly 30s and 40s out there, but we're going to start to warm up later on this week. Santa Ana winds return once again. We've got those temperatures climbing from about Wednesday through the weekend, but keep in mind as we start off your Monday morning, we're seeing an increase in clouds. From the north, moving down south, that means that by the time we get to closer to about your afternoon, we're going to see those mostly cloudy conditions overall. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler than average. We've got 65 as that forecast high along the coast with mostly cloudy conditions. Tomorrow will be another day of cool and cloudy conditions as well, and then we'll start to see those Santa Ana winds pick up, clear out those clouds, and bring those humidity levels down quite a bit as we head toward about your Wednesday, Thursday, Friday time frame. Only one crash to note as we start off your 6 o'clock hour. That is on the 8 westbound. We've got a crash block in the middle lane there on the 8 westbound. This is as you get on to the 125. Doesn't look like it's causing any extensive backups or delays this morning, though, so we'll keep you up to date on the latest as we see it. Back to you.
Evan, thank you so much. And this morning, the city of Coronado investigating one of its employees after a viral video claimed the man was involved in a racist incident.
He reportedly made racist remarks towards an Asian American couple. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live in Coronado now with more reaction to this. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. Those racist comments were caught on camera and then posted to social media, going somewhat viral. Now, this alleged incident happened over the weekend at a mall in Orange County, and this morning we'll find out who that city of Coronado employee is. They're naming Roger Miller, that's Coronado's Director of Recreation and Golf Services. Now, in that video, according to what's being seen, he and a woman he was with used racial slurs loud enough for the couple to hear, at one point even blaming Asians for the start of the coronavirus. Now, the video initially surfaced on TikTok but was quickly taken down, and the account is no longer active. However, other users were able to take recordings after that happened and posted it to other platforms like Twitter and Facebook. Now, the mayor of Coronado did put out a statement saying, quote, the city became aware of a recording of an employee and is looking into this alleged comment. As this is a personnel matter, I can't discuss specifics at this point, but we are taking this seriously and working to find out exactly what happened. Now, we did speak to an AAPI representative, Joanne Fields, who says this type of language used in the video is extremely dangerous and wrong, and the Asian American and Pacific Islander community will not stand for this.
The difficult conversation needs to be had so that we can try to move forward. And being silent does not help. So to speak against any hate in any form, but especially for something like this.
Now, Field says these types of hate crimes are happening all over San Diego. She's heard about them, and now they're taking action, especially here in Coronado, contacting the mayor, city council, as well as the district attorney. Live on Coronado, I'm Dana Marie McNichol. Send it back to you.
Dana Marie, thank you. A man accused of stabbing a San Diego police dog is expected in court this morning. Dedrick Jones is accused of stabbing K9 Hondo in December, months after being released from jail for stabbing another police dog. That K9, named Titan, had serious injuries. Hondo was expected to make a full recovery. Today, a judge will decide whether there's enough evidence for Jones's trial to move forward.
And this morning, police are looking for a man wearing the San Francisco 49ers jersey who shot another man downtown. It happened about 8 last night. This was near 6th Avenue and G Street. The victim was shot in the leg and then taken to the hospital. It happened right after the Niners lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship game. But right now, it's not clear what led to that shooting. 4 men are facing charges after police say they derailed the San Diego Zoo's Skyfari gondolas. You've probably been on these. It was Saturday when this happened. They reportedly rocked a gondola so hard that it triggered a safety mechanism, and about 100 people were stuck for 2 hours. I think, wow, if they had kids on those other gondolas, that would be very terrible for so many people there. Everybody thankfully got off safely. The men have been charged with felony vandalism, and you see them being arrested right there.
In-person instruction is supposed to resume at UC San Diego here this morning. The university temporarily moved online because of the surge in Omicron cases.
But some classes will continue to be virtual. CBS 8's Chris Groh joining us live on campus to explain why some online, some not. Good morning to you, Chris.
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Netta. And look, we don't know right now at this time just how many are going to be in person or how many are going to be online. It does appear that the campus, I should say the university, giving professors and instructions that option to continue the semester on an online portion. Now, as for the timeline here, remember the first 2 weeks were supposed to be online, just the first 2 weeks, but that got extended to January 31st. The initial 2 weeks were because of Omicron and the surge of cases. And then when they did the math based on the cases that they had, they felt that we hadn't reached the peak yet. And so therefore they continued until the end of the month for online only. Now, for those who represent students, they said that there are many students who were upset about this, especially those who don't live in the San Diego area, who came into La Jolla thinking they were getting an in-person experience and then turned out to be online. Some of those students may continue to be disappointed when they find out again that some instructors are able to continue holding their classes online. Now, according to UCSD, they're saying that those classes that could be held online only are those in which it is extremely difficult to continue mitigation efforts, such as language classes or music classes. Now, of course, professors have a number of different options because masks are required inside. They could go outside, or they could continue the in-person learning with the masks on and just try to make it work. However, you also could have professors with underlying conditions who don't want to be exposed and can't get infected with COVID-19, again, especially with Omicron still being prevalent. So that's where we stand right now. Again, if you are a parent of a student at UCSD, if you're a student at UCSD yourself, important to find out, is this going to be in person? Is it going to be online? And consider your options from there. Eric and Netta.
Chris Groh, thank you so much for explaining that. So did you feel it? An earthquake rocked San Diego yesterday. You did.
It didn't wake me up or anything, but I was upstairs and I just felt this rattling. It was like I don't know, like an F-19 went over your house, like going really fast, supersonic speed. Yeah, it was around 9:45 yesterday. The USGS says the epicenter of the 4.0 magnitude quake happened about 3 miles from the Palomar Observatory. I had different folks emailing me and messaging me from that area saying, boy, they certainly felt this. 3.7 miles in depth. Experts say it was likely caused some aftershocks here, but they may have been too small to really notice. So yeah, people all over, especially North County, feeling this.
Okay, North County really impacted the most. I was way up north, like in Northern California. So I didn't feel big, but I saw all the texts and the tweets and the, people chiming in about it because it's more of one of those "did you feel it" kind of questions.
I felt it more on Twitter on my timeline than I did in person.
Your phone was vibrating, but you didn't feel the shaking.
Truly looked at it and I was like, I can't go on Twitter for the rest of the day. This is it. This is all I'm going to see here. 6:08, as we start off your Monday morning, we hope it's a calmer start to the day than maybe how your Sunday played out. We're allowing for a little bit of that light to come through as we head through the 6 o'clock hour, but over the next half hour or so is kind of that twilight before we start to really see the light beam through. The problem on hand is that clouds are increasing while this is happening. So although we are not under the influence of too much cloud cover right now as we speak, we're really going to start to see that change into the later portion of the day. So clouds start to increase into about 2 p.m. You can see those peak temperatures coming in about the mid 60s or so. And then toward the evening hours, we'll cool down quite a bit to about the upper 50s into about 6 o'clock. Maybe a little view of the moon, but not likely with those clouds really building into tomorrow morning. Now, when we look at our temperatures currently, notice that those clouds have not built quite yet. We've allowed for a lot of overnight cooling. So in turn, Ramona right now is at 29 degrees. It is cool over Ramona. 36 in Escondido, 37 in Poway, and 46 in Del Mar as we kick off the morning. Now, the weak ridge of high pressure makes way for a trough of low pressure that starts to sink in. That's going to cool our temperatures down, send in the cloud cover, and change things up just a bit for today and tomorrow. But by the time we get to Wednesday, we see this ridge start to build behind it, and that's going to be bringing us some warmer temperatures and some cloud cover as well. But by the time we get to Wednesday, those Santa Ana winds pick up. We'll start to see those warmer temperatures in play. When we talk about traffic right now, just one thing to note, this is on the 8 westbound. Looks like right as you get onto the 125, there's a crash blocking the middle lane there. Not really seeing any backups or slower speeds associated with it, but there are these slight tones of red there that could mean that some people are coming to a halt around that area. So we'll keep track of what we see, but beyond that, it looks like you're smooth sailing as you start off your Monday morning. Back to you.
Evan, thank you so much. So now the matchup is set for Super Bowl 56. And for the second year in a row, a team will get to play in their home stadium.
Yeah, what do you think of this matchup here? We're going to get all that here in just a moment, but we want to start with the major upset you saw right here on CBS 8.
McPherson, and Cincinnati is heading to the Super Bowl. He called it again, I'm sure.
How's that? Yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to represent the AFC. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in overtime, 27-24. I mean, the Chiefs were up like 21-10 at one point in this, and yeah, sure enough, the Bengals came back. This is Cincinnati's first Super Bowl appearance since 1989.
Garoppolo under pressure. Donald got there in the air, intercepted by the Rams, and they may ride to the Super Bowl on that.
Yeah,
Yep.
they sure can ride on that for sure. I mean, that poor Garoppolo, right? But hey, they are so excited. Look at Weddle right there. The Los Angeles Rams will represent the NFC after beating the Niners 20-17. The Rams joined Tampa Bay as the only teams to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. Super Bowl 56 is set for Sunday, February 13th, and that will be at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. A home game for the Rams. It should be a
Unbelievable.
piece of cake then.
We were talking earlier about how this has never happened in the history of football except for the past 2 years that the home team has played in their home stadium, and it's back-to-back
Yeah,
now.
and what's up with every game really mattering in the last 2 minutes? That's like literally every game we've seen.
Keeps you to the end. Let's hope the Super Bowl will be that way. LA versus Cincinnati.
There it is.
Yeah,
All right, in 2
exciting.
weeks from now.